Now we'll move on to doing some other types of problems. We'll go through some problems in which we calculate the probability of the sample mean coming out to a certain number. This is our first example. In this example, we have a population of 4 people, such as a family of 4 people, and these are the heights of the 4 people in the population. What we want to know is the probability of randomly selecting 2 people from this population and getting a sample with a sample mean below 57. There are actually 3 steps that we'll need to go through to answer this question, and we'll go through those 3 steps together. The first step is calculating the mean of every possible sample of 2 people. The next step is counting the number of sample means that are below 57, and the next step is dividing that number from step 2 by the total number of sample means. So let's go through those steps together. This is step 1. In the last video, I showed you how to sort a population of 4 people into all possible samples of 2 people. You just have to pair person 1 with person 2, pair person 1 with person 3, pair person 1 with person 4, pair person 2 with person 3, pair person 2 with person 4, and pair person 3 with person 4. And that gives you the 6 possible samples of 2 people. Now that we have all 6 possible samples of 2 people on the screen, we need to calculate the mean of each possible sample of 2 people. We can find the mean of each possible sample by just adding the 2 numbers in each sample and dividing the total by 2. I already did that work for us, so right here we're looking at the means of all 6 possible samples of 2 people. Now that we have all of those sample means already calculated, we can move on to step 2. Step 2 is counting the number of sample means that are below 57. 55 is below 57, and 56 is below 57. So it looks like 2 out of 6 possible samples have a sample mean that's below 57. Now that we've counted the number of sample means that are below 57, we can move on to step 3. In step 3, we just divide the number of sample means that are below 57, which is 2, by the total number of sample means, which is 6. Two divided by 6 equals 0.3. So the probability of us randomly selecting a sample of 2 people from this population and getting a sample mean below 57 is 0.3. That's because 2 out of 6 possible samples of 2 people would give us a sample mean below 57. So as a fraction, the answer is 1/3. That's because 1/3 of the possible samples would give us a sample mean below 57.